Hi, hello, welcome and vanakkam to Viday. Today we are going to discuss about internet and how it works. Yes, it is the same medium through which you are watching this video because it is nearly impossible to imagine our life without internet these days. But have you ever wondered how it works? It is a very interesting topic to explore and a good understanding is required to use the tool effectively. Let's get started. Before we deep dive in, let's first understand the term network. What is a network? Network is a collection of standalone computers all linked together. Internet is a network of networks. Collection of networks connected to each other is called interconnected network, which is termed as internet. So we can think of internet as a huge network that connects millions and billions of computers worldwide to exchange information in split second. It is basically like a postal service. The job of the postal service is to move letters from one location to another. Same way, internet transmits data from one place to another. Now let's take a step back to understand the history. Internet is invented as a result of another experiment called ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network. It is a Defense Department project to build a communication tool to survive nuclear attack. But in 20 years, Internet has linked 230 different nations and 59% of global population are connected through Internet. How cool is that? It is a powerful tool to share knowledge and to provide end-to-end connectivity. A person sitting in India can share a picture with friends in US in a fraction of a second. It is used to rapidly exchange information between computers. But who controls this internet? Is there any organization who has the full control? Or maybe government? Or maybe Bill Gates? No. In simple terms, it is controlled by no one. Or maybe in another way, we can say it is controlled by everyone because different parts of the network are controlled by different entities, but there is no central control. It is a fully distributed system and made of incredibly large number of independently operated network. Today, we can't escape using internet. So why not learn how it works? So how are these connections made? Connection between computers are made through old style copper cables found in telephone network or through modern optical fiber network or even through radio and satellite connections. Old analog telephone system uses circuit switching. In circuit switching, the line is reserved between the nodes during the connection duration, which means no other connection can be made to the nodes till the call ends. But internet uses packet switching, where the message is split into multiple fragments and gets transmitted. These packets are transmitted with the help of router to the appropriate destination. Anywhere when two or more computers intersect, there is a piece called router, which helps in the transmission of packets to the destination. These packets are independent of each other. It neither follows the same route nor it reaches the destination in the same order it is sent. Now it is getting little complicated, right? Let's make things simple. I would like to introduce a term called protocol here. Protocol is the set of rules specifying how the computers should communicate with each other over the network. It specifies the common language that computers should use to transmit the data. Commonly used protocols are Transmission Control Protocol, also called as TCP, and Internet Protocol, also called as IP. TCP specifies if one computer sends data to other, the destination computer should let the source computer know if any data is missing, so that source computer can resend the data. TCP helps in reconstructing the message in the destination, but how it is done? Every packet contains a header which holds the information like order of the message relative to the entire message. TCP uses these information to rebuild the message in the destination. Do the packet headers contain only the order information? No. It also contains the IP address of the sender and receiver. What are these IP addresses? Like home address, every device connected to the network has a unique address called IP address in order to be recognized among other devices in the network. Every device connected to the network, including cell phone, desktop, routers, servers, has this address. When the packet reaches the router wraps the packet with its own IP address. It's just like a candy wrapped with multiple layers. So anytime the message reaches the router, another layer is added. So on the way back, these layers are unwrapped in order to identify the next neighboring router to transmit the packet. These IP addresses are defined by Internet Protocol. These IP addresses are made only of numbers and it is very difficult to remember, because of which domain names have been introduced. The mapping between the IP address and the domain names are maintained by domain name server, which is also called as DNS. Say, for example, facebook.com, google.com are all domain names, which is very easy to remember instead of numbers, right? Now, this brings up a great question. Who manages this DNS? DNS is maintained by a corporation called ICANN, Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers. The main components of the Internet are servers, which stores the information and serves the request. Next is client, which are endpoints and also sends the request. Other elements in the network are cables, routers, cell phone towers, internet service providers like ISP, and many more. Let's look at the ISP in detail now. In simple terms, our home computer connects to the local ISP, which does the magic of routing the message to the server. Looking in detail, this local ISP connects to the regional ISP across state, which in turn connects to the national ISP across countries to transmit the data. We are able to send the message even across continents because we have optical fiber cable laid under the water between the continents. This website, submarineCableMap.com, lists all the fiber optic connections between the countries and continents. We have multiple connections laid between countries, and it is owned by few companies like Reliance, Jio in India, Amazon, Google, Microsoft in US. So what are the different mediums like optical fiber network used to transmit the data? In olden days, home computers connect to the internet through DSL, which uses the telephone lines to transmit the data. It is the slowest of all the options. The next is coaxial cables, which the TV service likely uses. It is widely available with improved speed. The modern technology is optical fiber network, which uses light instead of electricity to transmit the data. Message is transmitted at the speed of light. The optical cables are made of thin fibers of glass. Message can be transmitted even through satellite connections. But because of the distance, it could create latency. Now the modern wireless network, which is related to the telecommunication network, where the connections are made using electromagnetic waves without the use of wires. This wireless application protocol is the logical step for using mobiles in the internet. Thank you for joining me in this video. I hope this video provides some insights about internet connectivity. If you like this video, please click the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and please share this video with friends and family. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel because learn till you breathe. Thank you.